rolling? Yeah, I might be. Yeah, I always do that. I never make the proper corrections to not do that. I've been meaning to do one of these little videos for about probably a couple weeks, but the last couple of days I've been meaning to do it and end up not doing it again and again and again. I guess essentially a lot has happened, but nothing has happened. So the whole school situation, I still have not entered into that portal. So I'm still awaiting that. The program or whatever. It caught my interest. Things that caught my interest. It pretty much got me there, right? But when I got there, it's like an interview process. During that interview process, more stuff was like said and everything, and that kind of made me feel like, okay, this is definitely something I should be doing. But it kind of seems like all of that stuff in the interview is it hasn't been acted upon, like, so it's not real. So it kind of make me feel like maybe it's pointless to even be doing this. I don't know how to say this without saying too much. I guess that's the new situation that's going on here with these things. I feel like in the previous time I was able to be more like just say whatever. You're not worried about like somebody else potentially being hurt or affected by whatever you're talking about. But now, I think that's kind of like amplified. There's so many different pieces and people involved. And it kind of make me, I don't really know how to dance around certain topics and everything like that. I guess I should say, it sounded like I was going to learn. Well, I wasn't going to learn what I was saying. 504 plan. That was mentioned to me, right? Throughout my whole life, school. I think that it should have been a thing, but it just never came to be. And I think I feel like a lot of it is on me. Why? But every now and then I start thinking or looking at it a different way, like more so like I was young or like a youthful, what do they call it? I was a kid basically. So I mean, that shouldn't really have been up for me to figure out and all that. You know what I'm saying? It should have been for the adults of the world to be able to identify and figure that out. But I really feel like it was still on me though, because I wasn't helpful in that process. I wasn't the best like kid or the nicest, friendliest person, whatever you want to say. And I also think I think a 504 plan, I guess, is a same thing as an IEP or but I guess an IEP is for children, like people under 18, and I think over 18 is 504 plan. Yeah, I think it said, yeah, I don't know, I guess that's not looking likely or something. I don't know, so that's kind of out of the water or out of whatever. But essentially, I'm about to have to do everything just like a regular brain person. So I'm pretty sure I'm about to face the same issues I've always faced. And I've been anticipating. I haven't been happy about it. Pretty been down, upset about it. I don't really know how I'm gonna respond to people as well, because yep. So I guess I'm just emptying my thoughts with this. So what else? Thoughts. I was going to talk about. I went on a camping trip. It was 3 days. Kind of weird. I think overall it ended up being like the bigger picture. It kind of seems like it was great. But in the moment, and then when I think about the little things, like each little thing, I don't really think it was that, I don't know how to explain it. I was extremely paranoid, very afraid, nervous, anxious, like severe anxiety and all that type of stuff. Even how it came to be, I was very indecisive. I actually never even really decided, but I kind of I don't know, I feel like I let the world decide. So there's a trip that made mention of it. It's a deadline. By this date, you got to sign this paper. That deadline passed, and I think the day after that deadline, I contacted the leader of said camping trip, and I said, I asked them, was they the leader? They said, yeah. It was like, are you thinking about going? And I said, I think so. Because I was like, I really want to experience something new. I feel like that could have been like a vacation or whatever. And I've been under like severe, like bad stuff. So I was like, that could be a good opportunity to release that or experience something that's not bad. And it could be like a soothing situation, you know what I'm saying? So that was my thought process. But then I was also like, yeah, knowing me, yeah, I don't think that's actually what's going to happen. One, I'm going to be with complete strangers. I'm very antisocial. I really like to talk to anybody, communicate with people I don't know. And that's kind of the perfect scenario to do those things that I don't do or don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like 3 hours away from where I'm at. So it's like, that's also the thing. I'm always, I don't know, right? So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I have a panic attack or something like that, right? So me not knowing that, kind of like, I'm going to be too far, you feel what I'm saying? I don't know nobody there. I can't tap in with nothing. I always feel like nobody knows how to handle me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know how to deal with me, right? So they don't know how to deal with that, like the potential of something going crazy, you know what I'm saying? How to respond to, how to defuse, like, do things that don't escalate whatever is going on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people, they don't really know how to do that. I'm still learning how to do that myself. So it was like, that kind of kept me on the fence. Then there was also, like, I really didn't know, like, what they meant by camping, you know? This is the camping, like, because I've quote-unquote been camping before, but it was like luxury, you know what I'm saying? This one was kind of like really camping. It was still luxury because some people, they don't have certain things when they camp. But this one, they kind of like covered most of the basics. And so it's like in the middle, like middle class camping, I should say. So middle class camping is what this was, but I didn't know what it was, right? I didn't know if I was going to be sleeping in a camp or a cabin. You know what I mean? Cabin is more like clothes. You got a better protection around you. You might have electricity, maybe a kitchen, working bathroom, all that type, right? But with a tent, it's like, all right, well, what about the bathroom situation? There's gonna be like probably no electricity. How then do you cook? Is it on a grill? Like all these other questions gonna come. All right, so there's a meeting that you have to attend after the mandatory meeting. That if you go to the meeting, you go. If you don't go to the meeting, it's not even an option for you to go. Right? So I went to the meeting. They basically gave us the breakdown of how it's going to be, right? We have tents, sleeping bags, and all this blah, blah, blah. We provide for you. You got to check them out. Once you check them out, it's on you. If you lose them, you got to pay for that, basically. It's on you. So you're responsible for that. Please don't lose these things, right? Okay. I heard that. Kind of was like all on the fence about it because I'm like, I lose everything. Like, so that gave me another thing to be like worried about. Then it was the food situation. I'm vegan, so I think the worst thing about being vegan is I don't know what it is. I think most people just don't know what that is. So I think people get vegetarians and vegans confused all the time. So if I say I'm vegan and people are like, oh yeah, I know somebody, and essentially whoever they know, they're not vegan, they're vegetarian. So they still eat meat, not meat, like dairy, basically. So milk, butter, cheese, all that. They still partake in that. Eggs, they still partake in all that type of stuff. Vegans, not so much. Like there's alternatives to that, like plant-based options. But all in all, your diet is plants. Like that's it. Like so. I think it was a point in the classroom, and like, oh, does anybody have any special like diets or anything? Is anybody allergic to stuff? And it's a classroom. I'm definitely not gonna answer. The classroom was already like a little too talkative for me. Like there's a lot of jokes and stuff flying around. I'm trying to stay under the radar. So I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not about to raise my hand and say, yeah, I'm vegan. But I also feel like I don't even understand how I still have to do that. I don't know how many times I've mentioned I'm vegan. So they got like a program where they provide food, like lunch, whatever. I don't know how many times I like. I don't know. I've spoken to many different people, and trying to like. Ask them why they don't have a vegan option, and ask them could they get a vegan option, and I don't really know. I don't know where the miscommunication is happening, but it's still been happening. So yeah, I was kind of like, bro, it's pointless to even like. Why would I even say it? How many times have I said it? How many different people have I said it to? There has been no changes, right? So. What difference would this one make? Like, oh yeah, I'm big. Like, it's not gonna make it. But anyways, I had a paper that I hadn't filled out, which I thought I filled out digitally, but in that paper it was like any special blah blah blah, and it said vegan, so I marked vegan, handed that in, and then I guess when they read that paper, they remembered or figured out again that I'm vegan. I don't know, so. They were trying to figure out what to get a vegan to eat. It's like I'm a very picky eater, so I tried to simplify things. I was like, oh, I could just bring my own food, and they were like, oh no, we buy everybody else's food. We kind of want to buy your food too, so I let that happen. And they did. So they did. I came up with like a list of things, like, oh, that I do eat. Okay, we're gonna get all that. We finally end up. I accepted everything, paper signed. There's like a checklist of things to bring. I brought the checklist of stuff, or the stuff that I could bring or did have. And eventually ended up going camping. I also have been taking an OSHA class. OSHA is, I should remember this because I have a test coming up, I think this week on it, that I have to pass. And I don't know where I can. Learning is so complicated. Reading is so complicated. Writing is so complicated. You have to do all these things simultaneously in a class. I'm taking an OSHA class, and it's like they saying take notes. Like, how do I get the information, process the information, and figure out what to write down, what to leave out? It's not that easy. So it said that it's open book, but I'm like, whether it's open book or closed book, I don't think I'm prepared for it, essentially. But yeah, so I'm taking an OSHA class, and I was like, oh, the day we leave for the trip in the OSHA class to happen at the same time on the same day. So I was like, okay, the way OSHA works is X amount of hours that the class is. This particular one is OSHA 10, which means it's 10 hours, right? So we did one day, 4 hours. This day, again, I believe we were going to be doing 4 hours. I'm like, I don't want to miss this 4 hours and then potentially have to take this thing all the way over, or go somewhere else to finish those 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, if I can't finish the OSHA class, then that means the trip is canceled. So I was saying, I kind of let the world decide like what's gonna happen, and it ended up working out. And I was like on the fence because I was like, oh damn, like I think I'm gonna have to really go now. I was like, my feet are already too far. I mean, too close to the water. I think I might as well put my foot in there. So I ended up doing it. What happened was somebody made mention of it at the meeting, and it kind of was sounding like, oh, either or we just gonna cut. We're gonna pull y'all out of your OSHA class early, and y'all take the rest of those hours, X amount of time. I'm like, yeah, if that's the case, I'm not doing it. But that ended up not being the case. They said, okay, you know what? Y'all finish the whole OSHA class. We got 2 vans. First van is going to be for the people who not in OSHA, so they can just immediately go and get there. And then we're going to have the second van leave with y'all afterwards. So that ended up happening. We leave later. So we did the whole OSHA class. I was struggling to get the notes and everything. We did take a quiz. I don't know how I did because they didn't really say. The dude didn't say how we did. He didn't give us the paperback or nothing. So the guy, he likes participation, right? And his participation, everyone reads out loud. This is the worst thing that could be happening for me. So, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I've been able to successfully read the stuff that I've had to read. So I kind of feel like I've been catching a break. And I'm glad about that, but I really don't like it. And I feel like any teachers, I don't really understand this. Like, but I get it kind of. Like, if you can't read, this is an opportunity for you to get better, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know, some stuff I don't get it. And it's so popular, especially in the teaching spaces. Yeah, but that's one of the things I don't get. But anyway, we end up eventually getting the little thing. On the way there, I felt it. Like, I was like, oh yeah, you made a mistake. Just getting in the car, I was like, I had my headphones in, which I always have my headphones in. That's kind of how I zone out. I don't want to hear all the different loud ass noises or even the conversation. So I usually have my headphones in. I'm turned out. I have my art book. Got some sketches in, probably a couple poems. I've got this new toy. sensory toy. I was using that. And what else? Okay, I guess I'll talk about that later. But it's kind of another thing that has been somewhat helping. I really don't understand it that much, but yeah, on the way there, it was like. I don't know if it's the motion of the car as well, like the speed, the bump, I don't know. I'm definitely terrified of heights, right? So when we get to, like, where we went, it's like really hilly, like way in the mountains. And like, I had to close my eyes so I don't see where we could potentially fall in either direction sometimes. I didn't feel the like, no, I did. I kind of felt the change in the altitude. It was in my ears, kind of. But I think sometimes being around a group it's not helpful, but it's so much pressure that it blocks other stuff, right? So if I felt like crying or like melting down, it's like so many people are around. I kind of don't want to do that at all. So it's like I'm working extra hard to not do it. So I end up sometimes not doing it. But it's a lot of energy. So then I'd be like, I'm already not friendly. I think I'd be like more, I don't know. It's probably not that good. We stopped at Chipotle. We ended up stopping in Antioch. And when we got to Antioch, I was like, this is not Antioch. I've been in Antioch for like 2 years straight, and I don't remember this. But then I started to remember. I started seeing stuff that was like, oh wait, I know what that is. I know what that is. That is too. I'm like, oh, this is Antioch. This is very interesting. I don't really know how I got to Antioch and not notice I was in Antioch. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like every time I've been in Antioch, like, it's a certain route that I take to get into there, so I know, like, I see this first, then this, then that. I didn't see any of that, so it's kind of like, I feel like it was like a backside that we took to get to Antioch. But yes, we ate. While I was there, I got, like, really sad, really, just a lot of emotions. And then we hit the road. Like on our way there. I don't remember the city, but it still was like very in and out of the, I guess, panicky state. I was in the back, so it was kind of cool. What was happening though? People was eating their food. It was, all the smells of the food. It's like I can't hide from it. There's no windows to open or anything. It's only like a vent, an AC, and I don't even like that blowing on my face. Sometimes it makes me cough. Like I guess it's dirty or something. It's just getting in my nose. Make me cough and choke and stuff. Sneeze. I don't really like that, even when the AC is on. But then also people always are wearing like colognes and perfumes and soaps and whatever. But those sort of smells I really dislike. And they're always around. There's no escaping them. They're very strong. Like, they don't wear off. I kind of be like wondering like why. I don't know. But yeah, I've had to deal with that the whole way there. We get to the campground. I was trying to play it off like I was good, but I was not good. And I was like, bro, what? I just don't know. It was not feeling good. I don't know how long I've been recording, but maybe I should stop this and do like a part 2 check. Make sure what we looking at. 25 minutes. I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but I don't know how cool that would be to upload. I don't want to lose my track of thought. Train of thought. We get there. Where was I going? Oh, okay. So even before we get there, I don't really know how to talk about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it.